is definitely going to be filled. Tonight is definitely going to be filled with some information that you guys need to be able to go to the next level. Definitely major shout out to T, man. Like I said, when he hit me up, it was no question. I just said, give me the date. You give me the date, and I'm going to definitely be here. So I'm here. I'm going to be providing some value. I'm actually going to be providing you with the thing that's most important to you in your journey when it comes to being a successful trader, when it comes to you actually going to the next level and actually fully understanding this information. So definitely major shout out to everybody that went before me. My personal mentor, Mr. Akil King Bay, and the brother last night, B-Rob. Man, when I say that he slayed the charts. If you missed last night, I mean, I'm gonna be real, like it's a difference when you actually at the event versus seeing the recording. You know, I'm just being honest. You know, you're gonna see the recording, you're gonna get the value, but when you actually show up to the events, it's a whole lot different. That's why you want to be that person that's always showing up to the events. That's why you want to be the first person that's actually there so that you can experience and feel the energy from the people that's around you. And last night, man, let me tell you, I'm gonna be real. I'm super picky when it comes to listening to information. My ears don't take all information in. You know, that's just me. My ears do not take all information in. For number one, you got to be careful who you listening to. You got to be careful who you listening to. You got to be careful. The caption don't work, Raymond. The caption does not work on this, Raymond. He just sent me a private message. But yeah. So listen, man, when I say that young man laid it down for you all yesterday, hold on, let me see. Cause I'm gonna need everybody definitely to mute out. When you come in, please, when you come in, definitely mute your lines when you come in. Appreciate it. Yeah, so it's a big difference getting to the events than just listen to the events or listen to it afterwards. You want to get there at all costs, no matter what. It's the same thing with being last night. Like I said, I don't take information from everybody. I'm selective with the information that I take when it comes to certain individuals. But the young brother last night, he knows what he's doing on the charts. I fully understood, and he trades a lot similar to me, man. And I heard T when he was edifying the brother yesterday said who he listened to and who he learned a lot of his trading style from is from On Right. And over 80% of my trading, I got to give it O-Dub. I call him O-Dub. On Right, man. He the GOAT when it comes to learning how to trade. People ask me, hey, what indicators do you use? I use no indicators. I'm a naked Forex trader. I trade market structure, I trade trends and all of that good stuff. And that brother laid it down last night. Make sure that you look at the recording. I learned some things last night. And that's what it's always about. No matter what type of success that you have, you want to always be a student. Write that down on your paper. You want to always be a student. So I like to interact with people. I want to know where everybody's tuning in from. I want to know where everybody's tuning in from. Drop what city and state that you're from in the chat, because we know there's people all over. We are a family. It's a trade nation. We are a family. So therefore, if you see somebody that's in the chat that's close by you, you want to link up with them. Because when I came into this business, 3 people got started with me. The same day that I got started, 3 people got started with me. And the reason why is because my belief was already there before I got started. My belief was already there before I got started. Where I'm at right now, I knew that I would be because I've never been a quitter. So you want to link up with people that's in your market. You want to link up with people that's there where you at so that you can have accountability partner. Make sure you're looking in the chats. If not right now, I need you to definitely plug in on the information that I'm gonna give you. This is the most important information when it comes to trading. My brother marked up the charts last night. I'm going to tell you some things that's going to take you to a whole nother level. And this is how you're truly going to be able to get the success that you want as a trader. I didn't have anything prepared. I'm just going to give it to you off the top of the dome of how I actually do it. And I'm going to start with my story and the things that actually developed me to be a consistent and profitable trader. So number one, my story, my name is Dominique Williams, aka Mr. Back to the Money. I was a successful trucking owner of a company called DV Williams Express. I dealt in the music industry over 20 years, a party promoter, event planner, and I was introduced to trading April 25th, 2019. So it's been a little bit over 2 years for me, almost coming close to the 2.5 year mark, but it's been a little bit over 2 years. I got started, like I said, April 25th, 2019. I had 3 individuals to get started with me, my cousin, his lady, and one of my other great friends. We got started and we stayed plugged in with each other. We held each other accountable. We ate, sleep, and you know the rest of it when it comes to learning how to trade in the foreign exchange market. If you came into this business just to be able to just to want to trade and make some extra money and that's it, you might as well stop now. You want to be able to trade 20 plus years from there. Is there anybody goal? Type some ones in the chat if it's your goal to be a trader 20 years from now. Type some ones in the chat if it's your goal to be a trader 20 years from now. Because if you ain't a number one, in the chat, it's gonna be you running and you're gonna run into a lot of bad situations. You gotta want to do this forever. This is a lifestyle. Trading is a lifestyle. You're going to always be a student. You got to always be developing. You got to always be growing. So like I said, when I got started, and these are my 3 keys. These are my 3 keys that I go by. I want you to write this down. Mr. Back to the Money, 3 keys is time, training your eyes, and then it's going to click. Time, training your eyes, and it's gonna click. Time, training your eyes, click. Because you gotta put in amount of time on the charts. You gotta consistently do this every single day so that you can become a consistent and profitable trader. So you gotta put in some time. If it's something that you foreign to, something that you never seen before, you're not gonna get it overnight. You're not going to get it in a month. You're not going to get it in 2 months. You're not going to get it in 3 months. It's going to take some time for this thing to actually click for you. So those are my 3 keys. You got to put in the time. So what happens when you put it in the time, your eyes is going to be trained to see the market. You're going to start seeing the things that you're going to learn. You're going to start seeing the support and resistance. You're going to start seeing those trend lines. You're going to start seeing those supply and demand zones. Whenever you look at the market, I can go look at the market right now, boom, boom. Oh, I know exactly what it's going to do. Because I put in time and my eyes are trained to see the market. And what happens once your eyes train to see the market? It click. It click. How many of y'all type some 7s in the chat if you had an aha moment in your trading? If you got to a point you're like, oh my God, that's my aha moment. An aha moment is when it clicked. Because now you see it. If it's something that you learn, you see it all the time now. So that's why time is important. One thing about time, you don't want to put, I like to put a date on my goals. You want to always put a date on your goals, but when it comes to trading, do not say, oh, I'm going to be a millionaire in 3 months, or I'm going to be, you can say it, but at the same time, I want you to understand that it takes time. You can't just put a time on this because it takes time to learn and develop some things. I want you to write this down also. Trading is a direct reflection of who you are. Trading is a direct reflection of who you are. What do you mean, Dominique? Trading is a direct reflection of who you are. Because this is what we're going to talk about tonight. Trading is a direct reflection of who you are. What does that mean? If you greedy in real life, it's going to show up in the market. If you impatient in real life, don't have no patience, it's going to show up in the market. If you ain't consistent, if you the type of person that like to start this, do this, but never complete nothing, it's going to show up in the market. It's going to show up in your trading. See, I'm going to take you to a whole nother level. I'm going to take you to a whole nother level. I'm going to talk about something that a lot of people don't talk about. And they talk about it, but they really don't help you understand what's going on. Trading is a direct reflection of who you are. In order for you to be a successful trader, you have to change your ways. You have to change. You have to become a completely new person. That's why we have the self-development. That's why you should be on all of the calls when it comes to actually learning the information. When somebody's pouring in motivation to you, building you to become a better person. That's why you want to be in those self-development spots. That's why you want to be around the right people, because you have to be another person. You have to become a whole entirely different person. You want to know what? I can guarantee you this though. Even though the trading is a direct reflection of who you are, if you never quit, you will be able to become a consistent and profitable trader. The reason why if you never quit, is because you're going to bump your head enough times that you're just going to end up, listen, I can't keep doing this same stuff. I can't keep doing this same stuff. So number one, somebody that's on our team, I want y'all to drop the link in the group. I need y'all to get this book. This is a trading journal that was created by my business partner, Whisper Pips, Robert Cooks, and the Wilder. You want to get this book right here. This is the trading journal. This is your daily trading tracker. You want to get this book because it has everything in here that you need. It has everything in here you need. Every single thing, your daily goals. It has the compound plan in it. It got your compound plan in it. And each day you want to get this book. Somebody drop the link in the groups or in this chat as well. This book has everything that you need for you to become a consistent and profitable trader. And you want to track your trades every single day. I need you to do me a favor. I need you to do me a favor, because what I'm going to explain to you tonight, I want you to look for me at the end of the year. I want you to look for me around December the 31st, and I want you to say, man, I thank you for the value that you gave me tonight. Because what I want you to do, like the brother said, you want to write your goals down. So what I need you all to do, I need you to know that from this day forward, do not take another trade if you ain't tracking. If you can't write that trade down in your book, you don't take another trade. I know some of y'all are like, huh? If I'm out and about, I can't take a trade. This is where your discipline doesn't come in. Because I notice a lot of people struggle in those areas because they just want to get in the market and make money. They run into FOMO, fear of missing out. So if you got your trading journal, each trade that you take, you want to track it. Each trade that you take, you want to track it. Because it's going to help you. It's going to help you to be consistent and profitable. How many on the call feel like they got to trade every day? How many feel like you got to trade at least Monday through Friday? How many of y'all feel like you got to get a trade? You can drop some me's in the chat if you feel like you got to trade every day. And it's okay if you do. That's why I'm here to help you. If you feel like you got to trade at least Monday through Friday, drop some me's in the chat, because I'm going to help. That was me. I was the person that felt like I needed to trade every day. I felt like I had to do it. But let me tell you something. What if you don't see your setup? What if you don't see your setup every day? What if you don't? Huh? What if you don't see your setup every day? If you don't see your setup every day, how can you just jump in a trade blindly? You can't. Some people say, oh, I'm going to trade at this time. Some people say, oh, I'm going to trade at this time. Some people say, oh, I just trade at the London session. I just traded the New York session. What if you don't see your setup? That means a lot of people are just forcing a trade because they say they want to trade it this time. A lot of people just forcing it. Oh, I got to trade. Monday through Friday. I just got to trade. No, you don't have to trade every single day. We get paid to wait, not paid to trade. I learned that from my mentor on Wright. We get paid to wait, not paid to trade. We get paid to wait, not paid to trade. So just because you don't see your setup every single night, it's cool. Wait on it. Wait on that perfect setup. Drop some tools in the chat if you rush your trade sometimes. You feel like if you don't see a setup, you're just gonna take something. Just be real. Because this what we get. This what I'm getting you right. We're gonna get you right. Everybody does it. Everybody did it at one point, and it's because we fear of missing out. The fear of missing out. So you wanna be the person that say, I'm gonna wait on my setup. You might be looking at the charts and you're like, man, I don't really see a clear setup, but I see a maybe. We don't take maybes. We take for shows. We don't do maybes. Maybe you'll lose that trade. We don't do maybes. You want to analyze your chart. You want to consult your higher time frames. You want to know what's going on the monthly. You want to know what's going on the weekly. You want to know what's going on the daily, the 4 hour, the 1 hour. You want to know what's going on. See, like trading. See, I'm not a person. I trade higher time frames, 4 hour and up. I take a trade off the monthly, 4 hour and up. And the reason why is because a lot of people will jump in, and I'm not knocking anybody's strategy. You can make money all time frames, see the same things. But when you're on a smaller time frame, just take it as a book. Let's say that this is just a whole book. If you never read this book, you don't know what's going on in this book. So if you just flip the one page in the book, just one page, that one page is not going to tell you everything that's going on. That's the lower time frame. So you got to look at your lower time frame as just one page in the book. You want to complete the book. You want to read the whole book. So once you read the whole book, you got a better understanding of what your trade is going to do. This is why it's important to stick to one pair. You want to trade one pair. Pairs are like relationships. I'm going to tell you, when I first started, I traded US 30 for over a year before I touched anything else. So I learned that pair. Before I went to anything else, I had to know how it moved. I had to know what it's going to do. I had to know this. I had to know that. They're like relationships. So my team already know we go over this, but I want to really be able to pull into everybody that never heard this information. And even if you heard it, it's good to hear it again because it's just like trading. The consistency of doing the same thing over and over and over and over again until it clicks. That's what you want to do. That's why you want to gather this information so it can really take you to the next level. So you want to read the whole book. But when you're reading these whole books, you want to make sure it line up before you just jump in a trade. You want to track, okay, how was I feeling today? How many people actually trade and before they trade, they ask themselves, how am I feeling today? Be honest. Who really looks at how they feeling today before they trade? You have to do it every time because if you're in a bad mood, if you're busy, got a lot of stuff going on, it's going to show up in your trading. It's going to show up on the charts. Every single time. It's going to show up on the charts every single time. That's why I say trading is a direct reflection of who you are. So whatever you're doing, it's going to show up. That's why trading is 10% skills, 90% mindset. You can do everything that brother did on the charts last night, but if you greedy, you ain't gonna make no money. If you ain't consistently studying, you ain't gonna make no money. If you rushing to get in the trade, you ain't gonna make no money. Because you're breaking all of the rules. You want to set some rules aside for yourself. I've been going by the same rules my mentor laid out for me when I first got started. Discipline, patience, and consistency. Those are the 3 keys that we go by. Discipline, patience, and consistency. Number one rule is don't trade bill money. Number 2, get the bag and run. Number 3, don't be greedy. Number 4, wait on the next trade. Number 5, learn it, then do it. Number 6, always trade with a stop loss. How many of y'all don't trade with a stop loss? And be honest and tell me why. Tell me why is it sometimes that you don't trade with a stop loss? I was a person that used to then trade with a stop loss. And you know why? You don't even gotta put it. I'm gonna tell you why. The reason why people don't really trade with a stop loss is because they don't want to lose nothing. Am I hitting home? Am I hitting home? That's the reason why a lot of people don't want to trade with a stop. They don't want to lose nothing. They don't want to lose $10. They'll open up their whole account, $1,000 account, wide open, because they're scared to even lose $10. That's why people don't trade with a stop loss. And that's why you get your head tore off every single time. Because it's going to be one day that you ain't going to have no, I call it like this, you ain't got no draws on that thing. It's going to be one day, something going to happen and you're going to blow your account. There's going to be a lot of people on this call that blew accounts, because I'm one of them that blew accounts basically because they didn't have a stop loss in. So always trade with a stop loss. You want to understand your risk management. See, the thing is, you want to get into your academy. Christopher Terry goes over risk management. Manny Q goes over risk management, and it's in the regular academy. Christopher Terry goes over risk management in the regular academy. And you really want to tap into risk management because everybody's risk is different according to their account size. When I send out trades to my team, sometimes I get a stop loss, but I kind of stop giving the stop loss because everybody's account size is different. So that's why it's important for you to be able to calculate pips, and it's important for you to be able to know how much you're willing to risk. Honestly, for every $100 in your account, it's a 0.01. So that means if you got $1,000 in your account, you really shouldn't be trading with no more than $1 or no less than $1. That's actually, that's what it really is. But some of us have a little bit more aggressive compound plans. But I can pretty much guarantee if you was the person that had $1,000 account and you was trading only with $1, you probably never blow your account, ever. Ever. You'll never blow account because that's proper risk management. That's proper risk management. So think about this. I want you to think about some things. Now, this is what happens. This is what happens in the mind. Like I said, when I got started, we all in the company. I did over 15K in my first two months. When I first got started, put $500 in my account and I ran the bag up. I was running the bag up, running it up. Greedy as I don't know what. And I lost it. I lost it. Not all in one day, but over time, within probably another month. And the reason why is because I didn't have no type of discipline. I came in this thing that I was about to get rich in 90 days. And I was exposed to being able to make $1,000 a day. When I first got started, I was dropping standards on less than $1,000 account. And that was wrong. That was wrong. But one thing about a beginning trader that every trader that is experienced should always have, one thing about a beginning trader is you trade with no fear. See, when you first get started, you don't know what to look for. You don't know what's going to cause you to lose and none of that. So you don't see any of that. You don't see any of that. That's what you got to develop. You got to trade with no fear. That means you can't be scared. You got to trust what you see. This is why you learn every day. See, what happens is people come in with no fear, but as soon as they lose money, they're like, oh man, Lord, I'm scared to get in this trade. Oh, I see, is that an inverted head and shoulder? Oh, it look like a regular head and shoulder. On a bigger time frame, it's in a downtrend, but it look like it's on an uptrend on a smaller time. What causes confusion, and you like, should I take this trade? And then you don't take it. Then you're like, man, it did exactly what I said it was gonna do. Then the next time, let me go ahead and jump in. Then you jump in and they go against you. That's fear. So if that's you, you want to be able to get your mind off those things. How did I do that? How did I become to be how was it that I was able to get over some of those fear factors? What did I do? I took my demo account and mirrored it to my live account. I took the account. Anytime that I thought of a trade and I seen what it was going to do, I know I easily can effortlessly put it in my demo because I know it's not real money. But what did I have to do? I had to make my mind believe that my demo account was my real account. So when I put a trade in my demo account, I went and put it in my real account. I put it in the demo account first because I know that, oh, it's going to do exactly what I see. And if it do, it ain't going to hurt me. But what I did, I worked on my mind to be able to mirror those things. And I was able to get over those fears. And guess what? It ain't going to happen overnight. Do I still make mistakes? Do I still take dumb opportunities in the market that I shouldn't? Yes. But what I do know is I don't do it all the time. Hardly ever now. Because like I said, my keys, time, the time that you put in, you're going to get tired of getting your head knocked off in the market. You're going to get tired of funding your account. You're going to get tired of blowing accounts. You're going to get tired of being greedy. There is no side cuts to you becoming a successful trader. Ain't no shortcuts to this. It ain't no cheat paper. You can't cheat on nobody's paper. It ain't no shortcuts. If you put in the time, it's going to whip you into shape. It's going to build your discipline over time. You're going to try to jump in the market and feel like, oh, I got to trade today. And it's going to tear your head off. The market don't know that you exist. The market don't care not about your feelings. They don't care not about your financial situation. They don't care about your family, none of that. The market's going to do what the market is going to do. So if you think, oh, you get your last, the market just going to look up and get to you because you feel that was your last. The market don't care about that. It don't. So if you continue to put in the time, you continue to stay consistent, it's going to whip you into shape. So when you take that L, find out why you lost that. Once you find out why you took that L, you should feel better because you saw where you messed up at. It's repetition when it comes to trading. You got to see it over and over and over and over again, and then it's going to click. You're training your eyes to see it. Time. Training your eyes, and then it's going to click. It's not going to happen overnight. It's bulls in the market. It's bears in the market. It's sheeps in the market. And it's hogs in the market. Bears, they claw the market down. That's why we sell. That's why the bears sell sellers, because bears claw the market down. Bulls, they lift you up with their horns. That's what is a bullish market. It lifts you up with their horns. So you're either going to be a bull and a bear, or you're going to be a sheep. And what is a sheep? A sheep is the person that's scared. They just sit on the sideline and don't take the opportunity. They see all of the opportunities happening in the market, but they don't take them because they're scared. That's what sheep do. Sheep stay on the sideline. A hog greedy. They eat anything. So what are you? Are you going to be a bull and a bear? You going to be a sheep that stay on the sidelines, don't take no opportunities? Or you going to be a hog that keep getting slaughtered? Hogs get slaughtered. Sheep stay on the sideline. Bulls and the bears make money. You got to be 100% confident. You got to be a monster on these charts. See, my mindset is can't nobody trade better than me. And I know somebody like, what? Oh, that's how you're supposed to be. Anybody, any of the greats, Michael Jordan, all of the greats, Michael Jackson, Floyd Mayweather, whoever, they had in their mind that they was the best. And when you put it in your mind that you're the best, you become the best. You don't have to always say it. You're going to automatically put in the work because you feel that you're the best. So you got to put in consistently. You got to be consistent at putting in that chart work. I ain't going to let nobody out trade me. I ain't going to let nobody outwork me. I ain't going to let nobody outstudy me. Because I'm the best. And that's what you got to tell yourself every day. You got to say, I'm not going to give up on this opportunity. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm a 7-figure trader. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm an 8-figure trader. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm a 9-figure trader and beyond. But you got to believe these things. So you're going to be a bull and a bear, or you're going to be a sheep on the sideline because you're scared, or you're going to continue to be greedy doing the stuff that you shouldn't do and get slaughtered every time. The market don't know that you exist. The market is all made up off of emotions and how people are feeling. That's all it is. And once you can tap into that matrix and understand that, your trading gonna go to a whole nother level. You're gonna start looking at the charts different. Understand whenever you're buying, somebody's selling. It's somebody you always trading against somebody. Somebody else see something totally different from what you see. Somebody see and totally different from what you see. These are the facts. So understand, you got to trust what you see. The things that you learn, like the brother showed last night, supply and demand, he showed you where to get in at. You want to wait and trade with the banks. You want to trade with the big dogs. You want to trade with the bulls and the bears. See, the sheeps is consolidation. They don't know what to do. Let me back. Let me say it. Let me back. Let me say it. Oh, let me jump in. That's what the sheeps is. That's your That's what consolidation is. It's confusion. Which way the market gonna go? But the big dogs know which way they're gonna push the market. And you got to be a big dog in your mind with your mind and believe that, okay, this market is gonna sell here. Or this market is gonna buy here. You don't want to be there at that area confused. If you're in a supply zone, why would you buy when you see it where it's at? Stop being a sheep. Believe that what you see is going to happen. Take the trade. You got to take the trade. You got to be a beast on these charts. You got to be a monster. It's all about confidence. It ain't no way around it. You want to get that trading, John. I dropped a packet in the group. It's a packet that I put together of some of the things that actually helped me. You want to get these two books. The first one is Traded in the Zone by Mark Douglas. Traded in the Zone by Mark Douglas. And the next one is The Disciplined Trader by Mark Douglas. Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas and The Disciplined Trader by Mark Douglas. You want to get these books. These books are way more important than anything when it comes to you trading, because you got to have a certain type of mindset. The things that I explain to you are in those books, because once you understand what the market is doing, and once you understand that you're trading against other individuals, some experienced and some not experienced, you want to know when to take the right opportunities versus waiting on those big moves. The bank's waiting on the big moves, y'all. The banks ain't taking them little small crazy moves. They waiting on the big dog moves, those supply and demand zone moves. And they ain't trading every day. Yeah, the banks trade every day, but they're making the right trades. Now you can't compare, we can't compare it to the banks. We can only take advantage of when the banks are in the market. We're gonna take the opportunities. So understand that whenever you're in the market, you're trading against somebody, and you gotta be the one that's confident that you ain't gonna flake out. You see it's in an uptrend. You see it then broke the resistance, and now it became support, so you can continue in the back. You see it. You just gotta trust it. And when you at the market and you start to see, you seeing head and shoulders, and inverted head and shoulders, you seeing an uptrend and a downtrend all at the same time, you want to look at your higher time frames, because on your higher time frame is really what's going on. On your higher time frames is really what's going on. So if it's you on a time frame and you just seeing everything that you learn, just check the higher time frames. Just keep scaling up and just check the higher time frames, and that'll help you to be able to make the right opportunity. See, when I when I just see all of it, like I see and everything, I'm either gonna stay away from it or I'm gonna stay away from it. Because if I ain't seeing what I need to see, I'm not taking the opportunity. I'm not just gonna hop in a trade. So this is why it's super, super important for you to be able to go to the next level. This information that I'm giving you is the most important information, because a lot of y'all gonna start seeing the things. A lot of y'all already that made money in the market, but it's hard for y'all to keep the money because you're not being disciplined, patient, and consistent. You're not waiting on your perfect setup. You see a little 10 pip move, you just like, oh, let me just jump in and get this 10 pip move. That 9 pips will take and blow your account just because you wanted to get that. Wait on the setup that's gonna pay you for sure. I don't take a lot of L's. I don't take a whole lot of trades. I took one trade this week, y'all. I pinned and that was on gold. And I waited on it. Waited on it. All I need is 150 pips a week. If I can catch that in one day plus, I'm good. I don't have to trade every day. I hit my goal. When I hit my goal, I'm good. That's the consistent. Those are the consistent traders. See, I'm gonna break something down before I get for the call in, because I explained this to my team our team last week was a lot of times we want to get all of the pips. Let's say that your daily goal is 30 pips. Everybody can't get 30 pips every day. Everybody can't get 30 pips. And people getting their trade, and they're like, man, I got right to 25 pips in the market turn around on me. I didn't get my 30 pips. The market turned around on me. Think about this. Your goal might be 30 pips every day, but you can't get it every day. Let's say you got those 30 pips 2 days in a row, but you lost 3 days. You're like, man, it just go right there to it and then turn around. I won 2, but I lost 3 trades. But guess what? If you're not consistent at getting those 30 pips, you might be like, man, I always get the 30. You guarantee to get 15, but you ain't satisfied with the 15 because you want the 30. So if you want to be consistent and profitable, stop going for the 30 and just go for what you always get, which might be 15 pips. If you get 15 pips every day, you are now a consistent and profitable trader. What caused you not to be consistent is because you want to get those 30 pips that you just ain't got good enough to actually master getting 30 pips every day yet. If you know that every day you get 10 pips, go for 10 pips every day until you get better. Then you can go up and you can get more pips. But stay where you at. It's not a race. It's not a race to get there. You're going to get there if you put in the time, continue to do it. You're going to start training your eyes off the things that you didn't see, all of the tail whoopings you didn't get, all of the markets didn't turn around, all of the times that you couldn't get your 30 pips. Every time that it turned around at 25 pips, if you never quit, you're going to train your eyes to see it, and then it's going to click. Everybody compound plan ain't your compound plan. Everybody compound plan ain't your compound plan. It might not work for you. It's times listen, I had a 200 pip stop loss last week on gold. Actually, it was more than 200 pips. But what did I do? I broke my lot size in half so it can fit to, I can hold that. A lot of y'all don't want to put a stop loss on. You want to trade with the same lot size, but you want to put a 100 pip stop loss, so that's going to blow your account. So what you want to do, you want to break that lot size down so that you can handle the drawback and be able to stay in the trade. And the reason why I said it is because I was trading off the daily time frame. Gold need, if you on the 1 hour, you need at least 50 pips most of the time on gold, just off the 1 hour time frame. But if you're trading off something higher, of course you got to give it more room. And understand, that's just for somebody that don't understand market structure. Once you understand market structure, you can get sniper entries, 15, 20 pips. Like I only trade indices and metals. So I do trade pound pairs, which is the only pound pair I really trade is GBP USD. But I trade volatile pairs, so sometimes I got to give it a little bit. I got to give it a little room. But I understand my risk management for my account. And how do you learn that? Is because you got to get in that academy and understand risk to reward. That's super important. Because if you understand your risk to reward, it could be a time when you could lose 4 trades and win 1 and still be profitable at the end of the week based off risk to reward. Who did I learn risk to reward from, really learn it from, is Evan Cabral. You want to go to Evan Cabral and to go live, and you want to go to his favorite sessions. In his favorite sessions, talks about does risk to reward really matter? something like that. And it's going to show the little risk to reward thing. You want to study that video because it's going to teach you how to get those sniper entries, how to have a 15 pip stop loss, 40, 50 pip gain, or 30 pip stop loss, 90 pip gain. That's where you're going to make your money at, your risk to reward. Yeah, I'm sure Abel Good. I'm just talking about the ones who really helped me, because every educator ain't gonna, my educator might not be your educator. Who I like might not be the person you like. Same thing with my compound plan might not be the compound plan for you. You find an educator that you resonate with, and that's who you stick with, so that your trader can go to a whole nother level. But understand, you got to be a beast on these charts. You got to come in and know that you're unstoppable. And the way that you do that is through consistently studying, consistently putting in the work so that you can go to the next level. Understand the market. Why does this do this? See, a lot of people didn't even know that they was trading against somebody else. A lot of people didn't even know that the market was based off of your emotions and how people feel. But you got to study. You got to believe. You got to know that you a monster on these charts. And that's what's going to take you to a whole nother level. Study risk management, study risk to reward, study the psychology of trading, get your trading in the zone book, get your discipline trader, get your daily tracker from Whisper Pips, Robert and Wilder, so that you could take your trades, your trade into a whole nother level, so that you can really do what you want to do, have the lifestyle that you want, trading with fun, your dreams, anything that you want to do, get this skill set now. Know that you're going to be a trader for the next 20 plus years. This is your lifestyle. This is something once you get, no one can ever take it away from you. So they could take a lot of things. You can get fired from a job, but can't nobody take what you learn. Drop some sevens in the chat if you know your ABCs. Drop some sevens in the chat if you know how to count from 1 to 10. Easy. That's a skill set. Learning your ABCs was a skill set. Knowing how to count from 1 to 10 was a skill set. It was once upon a time that you did not know how to say your ABCs, how to count from 1 to 10. Now look at you. Can't nobody take that away from you. Trading the same way. That's my time, y'all. Mr. Back to the Money. Follow me on IG. Shout me out. If you got any questions, definitely hit me up. I got you. I'm here to definitely provide value and really help you to go to the next level, to really see you win and get this thing going, man.